All right, Authorized King James Bible. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 3, verse 8. Start there. This is talking about when the Israelites didn't believe God about going into the promised land, and he made them walk around the wilderness for 40 years. You can read that in Exodus. Harden not your hearts as in the provocation, in the day of temptation in the wilderness, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief. That's kind of key. That's actually very key. In departing from the living God, but exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. For we are made partakers of Christ if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end. While it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts as in the provocation. For some, when they had heard, did provoke, howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness? And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believed not? So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief. So it's the same today as it was then. God expects us to believe him, to trust him. So if you don't believe him, don't trust him, learn about him. Find out how good he is and what he has done for us. He sent Jesus to die for us. So at that point, God just wanted them to trust him. And that's all it takes is trust. It's simple trust. You don't got to do works. You don't got to keep the law. You don't have to be a good person. That would come after you became a believer. You should be different. After you become a believer, after you become a Christian, your life should change. It should be different. You should become a better person all the time. You should have a good witness to people. They should think good of you. But the problem here was their unbelief, and it's the same today. If you don't believe in God and Jesus, what he's done for us, then you're not a Christian. It is not works. If you try to mix works and belief, go to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8 and 9. It can't be both. It has to be one or the other. You're either a believer in what God's done for you and you're trusting him, that's it. By his grace, which means something we didn't deserve, we get. And his mercy, instead of getting punished, you got mercy. So you didn't get punished. So that's what God's given us, but we have to choose it. So that's the difference. Thanks for listening, and I hope this helped you some.